Hi there, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first visit, welcome back. I'm glad you found me either way. It's Monday night, so it is game night. I've got the Superman binder here, and inside are 12 envelopes for 12 different savings games. I'm going to play each one. At the end of the month, I take all the money that is in this binder and I randomize it into my 12 sinking funds. So for tonight, though, it should be a good time, saving $100 toward my future, and my goals. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. I've got Loteria set up to play, but before I start, I am going to count the money and make sure that I have my usual $100 here. So let's see, we've got 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $100. Perfect. Okay. So let's do Loteria. I'm going to shuffle the cards and start dealing them. If you're new to my channel, or if you haven't seen me play Loteria before, what I do as a savings game is I deal the cards and mark off spaces until I get a Loteria, which is a line of 4 anywhere on the card. Once I have that line of 4, I save $1 for every chip that is down on the card. Okay, so I'm going to give these a cut, get this straight on the camera, and let's go. Okay, La Bandera, I don't have that. La Bota, no. El Corazon, right there. El Pajaro, I don't see the parrot. La Garza, nope. El Paraguas, no. El Camarón, no. El Melón, no. El Borracho is right here. Oops, I got 2. La Muerte we don't have, and El Catrín we don't have. La Dama, no. La Campana is right over here. El Diablito, no. El Bandolón, no. El Pescado, no. La Palma, right here. La Luna, no. La Botella, no. El Gallo, no. La Corona, no. La Maceta is right over here. El Soldado will give us a Loteria. La Escalera, no. El Barril, no. El Venado, right here. That opens up El Cantarito. El Negrito opens up La Rosa. La Araña, no. El Pino, no. El Valiente, no. Las Jaras, no. El Mundo, no. And finally, we got El Soldado. So that is the Loteria right there. So we're going to save $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8 this week. And we got through almost all the deck. Well, maybe about, I don't know, over half anyway. 2/3, something like that. So let me cut these together and give them one quick shuffle for luck for next week. And then I will put $8 into the Loteria envelope and we'll move on to the next game, which is going to be Sussed. Whoops, so I knock everything around here. Okay. Loteria 5. These 5s are all wonky. 6, 7, 8. So Loteria currently has 10, 15, 20, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. $36. At the end of the month, I will stuff all of this money into my sinking funds, and I'll randomize which sinking funds gets which amount. Okay, next is Suss. This is a Would You Rather game. I save $2 for option A, $3 for option B, and $5 for option C, and I always give my honest opinion. The first question this week says, which sounds more like me? A, I have the memory of an elephant. B, I have the reflexes of a cat. Or C, I am as loud as a howler monkey. Definitely A. I have a pretty good memory. I have some early memories from when I was around 2 years old. So I would say A. That's $2. Let's go on to the next one. Which would I rather have? A, a car that can shrink, B, a bus that can fly, or C, a machine that can tunnel underground? Well, I would definitely like a bus that can fly, because who wants to pay airfare, right? Okay, so that is option B. So that's $3 plus $2, so $5 is going to go into sus this week. And I will save that third question for next week. I'm not even going to look at it. And Sust has in it currently 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, $20. And because this one gets so much less than the others, I might just assign it to a specific category that is more longer term, like my Amazon Prime subscription or something like that. Okay, number 3 is the name game. The name game is another guessing game. Well, it is a guessing game, and you get up to 5 clues toward the identity of a famous person. And I save $1 per clue. If I don't get it after 5 clues, then I save $10 as a penalty. So let's see. Get that out of the way so there's not much glare. Let's see what the first clue is this week. Smile. Well, that could be just about anybody. Robert Pattinson. No help. Bella. Okay, so I mean, it's going to be Twilight, but I didn't see Twilight. I didn't read Twilight. I guess I'll go look at the next clue. Twilight. Okay, well, no help. Actress. Okay. Oh, what's her name? Kristen. Kristen Stewart? Kristen Stewart. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so that's $5 for her because it took me all 5 clues. And should I do another? I'm going to do one more and hope that I don't blow it. Okay. As long as I guess it right, that's what matters. If I get it wrong and I have to put $15 into this envelope, ouch. All right, flip. And the first clue is surfing incident. Well, that makes me think of nobody. Well, it makes me think of somebody, but I don't know if that person surfs, so let's go another clue. The Phantom of the Opera. No help. This is Sparta. Still no help. Lawyer. Oh dear. Well, I have to go for the 5th clue. Scotland or Scottish? A Scottish lawyer. I mean, I can think of the only Scottish actor that I can think of is the guy Sean Connery. And I don't know if he surfed or if he was in any of these movies. I'm going to go with Sean Connery and hope I don't blow it. Gerard Butler. Well, that makes sense for This Is Sparta. I didn't know he was a fan of the opera, and I didn't know he surfed, though. Okay, well, that's going to be a $10 penalty, so $15 is going to go into this envelope, and I am going to play this game very lightly next week. Oh, goodness. You know, and I thought to myself, if you tempt fate, you're going to miss it, and sure enough, but that's okay. All right. So this envelope now has 10, 20, 5, 35, 36, 37, $38. Well, let's get our mojo back with Dicetropolis. So I'm going to close the binder and we will take out Dicetropolis here. And I'm going to need, of course, the dice tower for this one. And we're playing tricks this week. The instructions say roll 3d6 dice After each roll, write the number of dice that correspond to the magic number for that round in the box for that roll. For example, if you roll 2 ones in the first roll of round 1, you would write a 2 in the first box next to the 1. If all 3 dice roll the same number but not the number for that round, it is a mini trips and scores 3 points for that roll. If all 3 dice roll the magic number for that roll, it is a trips and scores 5 points for that roll. Add up all points scored for each round and save that amount. All right, so let's get 3 dice here. And we're going to do 5 because that's where I left off. So we got none on the first roll using a dry erase marker. None on the second roll. 1 on the third roll. 2 on the fourth roll. And none on the fifth roll. So that's going to score 3. Let's go again. Ooh, 2 on the first roll. Oops, nope, we're looking for 6s. We're on 6s now, so that's 0. 1 6 there. None there. None there. Last roll. And 1 there. So that's 2. So 3 and 2 is 5. That's what I'm going to save for this week. And now that I've finished all of these, I'm going to wipe off the card. Now, probably this stuff that's been on, the ink that's been on here for a while isn't going to come off. I've showed this before, but just in case you're new or if you've forgotten or haven't seen this before, if you color over the old dry erase ink with the marker and then wipe, it'll come right off. So I'm not going to do that for the whole card, but I will do one more row. And it doesn't matter what color you use. The point is to get it wet with dry erase ink again, and then it will come right off. So I'll clean that up later, but for now we need to save $5 into the Dicetropolis envelope. So let's grab a 5, and go into envelope number 4 for Dicetropolis, and we'll see how much is in here. We have 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. Moving on to Dicetropolis 2, we're going to play Twin Peaks this week. I will need 2 D4 dice. So while I'm getting those out, I will read the rules. So the rules say roll 2 D4 dice. The object is to make a pair or doubles. Each roll costs $1. Continue rolling until you have a pair, then save $1 for each roll. Low budget, once a pair is made, save the amount shown on either die. So let's see how it goes. All right, so we've got a 3 and a 4, so that's 1 roll. D4s are kind of tricky to pick up here. At least the pyramid-shaped ones are. Okay, so we have got a pair of 1s. So we're going to save $1 because we used 1 roll. Let's go again. A 4 and a 1, so that's 1 roll. A 4 and a 3. A 1 and a 3. A 3 and a 1. A 2 and a 3. Whoops! I threw that one overboard. A 1 and a 2. And a 1 and a 2 and a 2 and a 3. A 3 and a 1. A 3 and a 1. A 4 and a 3. And I'm going to give this one more roll, and if I don't make it, I'm going to top out at 10. Okay, a 4 and a 3. Well, 11. Okay, so a total of $12 for this week. Never did make that second pair of doubles, or second pair, but that is okay. We'll wipe this off. Set that aside. All right, so in Dicetropolis 2, we now have 10, 20, 5, 30, 1, and 2. Okay, next up, Dicequarium. Let me get out the Dicequarium dice here. And this week we are playing... Oops, I apologize for bumping the tripod arm here. We're playing Sunken Treasure. So the rules are, you roll three d6 dice, and you record the dice values highest to lowest for that game. You multiply the smallest number by 3 and save that amount. So we hope we don't get 3 6s. Okay, 6, 4, and 3. 3 times 3 is 9. I'm going to play this low budget, so I'm going to play the whole card. Okay, a 4, a 3, and a 1. 1 times 3 is 3. A 4, a 2, and a 1. So 3 again, because the 1 is the lowest. A 6, a 3, and a 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Last game, a 5, a 4, and a 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So we have 9, 12, 15, 21, 30. And 3 plus 0 is 3, so I'm going to save $3 into Dicequarium for the week. Not a lot of savings in this envelope, but it makes up for the name game taking so much. So it all balances out in the end. All right, 1, 2, 3 whole dollars is going into Dicequarium. Oops. And so far, this envelope has 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, $33. So I don't feel so bad that it only got 3 this week. It's doing just fine. Up next is going to be Fruit Machine. I'll get out the fruit dice and we'll see how the dice slots treat us this week. Okay, it's time for Fruit Machine. I've got the 3 fruit dice here and we'll see how we do. So we got a cherry and 2 lemons, so I'm definitely going for the lemons. 3 more rolls to get the 3rd lemon. 1, plum. 2, watermelon. And 3, diamond. Womp womp. So that's nothing, so that's going to save $1. Okay, we've got a cherry, a diamond, and a watermelon, so let's go for cherries. Diamond plum. Plum orange. And plum diamond. So we have 1 cherry, so that saves $2. Let's go again. Cherry, watermelon, and orange. I'm going watermelon this time. Those have been coming up. Lemon and diamond. Plum and diamond. And plum and orange. Well, I jinxed it, I think. All right. Lemon, diamond, and watermelon. Let's go for the diamonds. Why not? Plum and orange. Ooh, another diamond. Last roll. And a plum. Womp womp. We're up to $5. I am going to go one more time, but I'm going to make myself a little rule that I can only go for oranges or less. Okay, we're doing oranges. 3 more rolls. Oh, there's another orange. 2 more rolls to get that 3rd orange. And there it is. All right. So we have $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11 going into Fruit Machine for the week. I'm glad I played that last game because I always like to get 3 of a kind if I can every week. So into the binder, into the Fruit Machine envelope. Well, goodness. Okay, so Fruit Machine has in it 10, 20, 35, 36, 37, $38. Not bad at all. Up next is going to be Quicks. Quicks is a lot like Shut the Box if you haven't seen it before, at least the way that I play it. And I do play this one low budget as well, so I will add numbers together to make them smaller if I get a big score. If you haven't seen me play Quicks before, the way that I do it is I get out 3 dice. I get the 2 white ones and whatever color row we're on. So right now we're on the red. Doesn't have to be a different colored third die. You can use 3 of any color. It doesn't matter. And I roll them, and I have to use exactly 2 of the rolled numbers to make a number here. So I can make up to 3 different numbers per roll. But if I can't make at least one number that's available, then I'm out. So let's see how it goes this week. Okay, that was a great roll. So we have 9, 10, and 11, right? So 9, 10, and 11. So I'm going to take all 3 of those. And now we have 12 and 7. I'm going to take the 12, but I'm going to leave the 7 because that's easy to roll. And I might need it later. Whoops. So we have 8, and, well, we have to take 8. That's the one danger, is that if you get 3 of a kind, there's only one way to take it, because you have to use exactly 2. So it doesn't matter which 2 4s I put together, it's always going to be 8. I can't claim 4, and I can't claim 12. All right. So we have 3, we have 6, and we have 7. And because of how close I am to the end, and because I've knocked out all the big numbers, I'm actually going to take all 3 of those, believe it or not. So now I need really small numbers. I need 1s, and I need 2s, and maybe a 3. 3 2s. All right, well, that's 4. And now I need 1s or something that adds up to 5. Nope. So I have 9 and I have 8. So I'm out. So 2 plus 5 is going to be $7 for this week. That was a pretty good game. Anytime I can knock out more than 9 numbers, I think is fantastic. So 5, 6, and 7 is going to go into Quicks. Am I running out of money, or are these just new 5s? Huh. And this money wants to escape. There we go. All right, so far this month, Quicks has saved us 5, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, $30. Okay, up next is going to be Tucano. Tucano is a card game. It is commercially available, but I have adapted it to be a savings game. So let me get the dice tower out of the way and get out the Tucano cards. I'm going to shuffle these, and I'm going to deal them in a very specific pattern of 6, and then save according to what the cards tell me to save. One more shuffle and a cut. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, now, I have not gotten that toucan with a gift in quite a while, so let me read the rules and see what I wrote down. For toucan with gift, 1 extra card, yuck. All right, so I think that means we're taking 2 for that first spot, and of course it's in position number 1. No thank you, toucan. Okay, so now I need to add up all of the money, or all of the points, rather, for the cards in each position. So you'll see this card, for example, has different values for position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So because this one is in the 3rd position, it'll score 3. These cards are in positions 4, 5, and 6, but this one only has 1 through 3, and these 2 have 1 through 4. So these all score a 0. This is in position 1, so that's going to score an 8. This is in an odd number position, so I use the number on the right, so that's going to be a 1. So 8 and 1, so this is 9. This is an even number position, so it's the one on the left. Another 1, that's 10. And a 3 for this one, as I said earlier, so that's a total of 13. Because this is higher than 12, my rule is I add the numbers together. So that's going to make a $4 savings into Tucano this week, because 1 plus 3 is 4. And I may need to buy some 1s. Let's see if I can do that here. So let me get these back into the deck. I'll give it one quick shuffle for luck for next week. Okay, so these go back in the box. And now for Tucano, we have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, and 2. So I'm going to take 5 of these ones, leave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and take out a 5. So still 22 bucks in Tucano. Okay, next up is going to be Dicefecta. And we are playing D12 Dicefecta this week. Don't let the D12 scare you. There's a low budget way to play it and a medium budget way to play it. So I will explain that as we go along, but I need to get out my Dicefecta dice. There they are. So if you purchase Dicefecta from me on my Etsy shop, you can get it with these 4 dice, and you will get a red D12, a green D10, a purple D8, and a blue D6, and those correspond to the values of the various Dicefecta cards. So D12, there's 2 D12 cards, and they are both red. So the way that Dicefecta works, if you haven't seen it before, is I roll the die and I mark off the numbers that I roll until I finish a section of 4. That is the Dicefecta. That stops the game. And then there are 3 different ways to save: a high budget, medium budget, and a low budget, and I will explain those once we get there. For now, let's get rolling. So the first number out is a 6. And when I roll a number that has multiples, I mark all of them off, but you can do it where you only mark 1 off. It's up to you. Okay, 12. 12 again. Number 1. 11. Oops. There's a stray mark. 8. So everybody's got 2 on it. 5. Okay, a 2 will give us a Dicefecta. But we got a 3. Now a 7 will give us a Dicefecta. 11 again. 5 again. 7 Dicefecta. Okay, so this here's our Dicefecta. So the high budget way is you add up all the numbers in the square. So that is going to be 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 12 is 22, plus 1 is 23. So I hope that's visible. Let me write it over here where there's lighter color, more contrast. Okay, so 23. Medium budget is you save $1 for every spot that's marked off on the card. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And low budget is you save the last number that you rolled, which in this case is a 7, if I can get my words out. So $23 high, $12 mid, $7 low. So I'm going to save $7, and that is going to be my Dicefecta. 5, 6, and 7. We'll go into Dicefecta for the week. I will clean off the card. Again, dry erase comes right off. And if you forget to erase it, or you don't erase it completely, or whatever, just go over it again with a pen and then erase on top, and it should come right out, as long as it's dry erasing. Okay. So Dicefecta is getting 7, and that means it has a total of 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41, and 2. Whew. It's one of the richer envelopes. Okay, let's go on to Cute Machine. Let me get out the scorecard here. And we'll get out the cute dice. Let's check and see how much I've got left. Okay. And let's see what adorable animals we can roll this week. So we got 2 dolphins, so that is what I'm going to go for. 3 more rolls to try to get up to 3 more dolphins. Nothing there. Nothing there. I could switch to Shabubus, but I'm going to keep the dolphins. Last roll, and we got 2 cats and a penguin. So that is nothing. That will save $1. And I'm going to go again for sure. Let's give these dice a Drew shake. 3 turtles. 3 more rolls. 1, another turtle. 2 turtles. Okay, 5 turtles is $5. I'm going to go again. Those of you who are waiting on a restock of this item, it should be in stock by the end of the week. I'm just waiting on the dice. Okay, we're going to go for the dolphins again, even though the high roll numbers or values haven't done me well this week so far. Nope, nothing there. Cat, dog, otter. There's another dolphin. And we got one more roll to go. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, make me eat my words. So that's going to be $10, $15, $16 going into Cute Machine for the week. 15, 16. That does not leave us much for the last game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7 for Eva's Sparkly Color Dot Dice Challenge game, aka the real name of that game, Sparkly Color Roll and Save. Gosh. Eva says I can call it whatever I want, so I'm just going with the Sparkly Color Dot Dice game. All right, so into envelope number 11 goes 16 big dollars, and that means that so far, Cute Machine has saved 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $45. Well, Cute Machine is in the lead by a lot. And that's just this month. Okay. Last but definitely not least is indeed Eva's Sparkly Color Dot Dice game. Colorful Sparkle Roll and Save, yes. Okay. So I have $7 to save. If I go a little bit over, I will just grab some more ones out of the backup funds. Let me get out the Sparkle Dice here. First one I roll is going to be across. Second one I roll is going to be down. So we have blue, and down is red. Blue and red, that's $2. Okay, let's go again. First one out is red. Second is blue. That's $1. Okay, yellow and orange is $3, so we're at 6, so we have to go one more time. Orange and green, $2. Okay, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. 3, 6, 8. So I need one more dollar. Let me just double count and make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I need one more dollar. Hold, please. Go into the magic pouch here. Off screen. Ta-da! Okay, so $8 is going to go into this challenge. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the binder closed after I shove all these ones in there, but we'll see. I'll clean this off. I think next month I am not going to wipe it off each week, and we'll just see how the whole month goes. Might take me longer to do it, but that's okay. It's a lot of fun. I like this game. Alrighty. So, oh my goodness. Inside the colorful Sparkle Roll and Save, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, and 3. $43, 23 of which is in ones. So I will condense that envelope. In fact, let me do that right now. So this should be $20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, okay. So that can come out, and I will put in 20, which I thought I had, but apparently, I know, it's in a different part of the pouch. There it is. Okay, so that comes in. These go out. I will deal with that later. Just so I can close the binder, you know what I mean? All right. Well, that is it for this week's game night. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below, and until I see you in the next one, take care.